Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Heartland Bighorn 3370RL rear living fifth wheel. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when you're parking this. On your campsite, you're going to have a slide as well as this big awning. On your off campsite, you're going to have two slides. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. The power cord is going to plug in back here on this rear corner. And then your docking station for all your water is going to be up toward the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Leave room for your slides. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing you'll do is level our unit. Your landing legs here will extend or retract until you've got your unit level. Once you got your unit level, you go ahead and hook up our power and water. .350 amp cord here, plugs in here on the rear. The way these go in is they go in at about 11 o'clock and then turn it to noon. And put your washer on there. Got the power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. So again, our docking station is here at campsites. We're going to hook up to city water connection right here. I recommend a water pressure regulator because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. But hook up your hose here. Don't turn it on yet. Find your hot water heater. It is right here, and all we're doing at this point is making sure, looks like this will lift right up off here. That'll be a two-hand job. And what we're doing at this point is throw a little plumber's tape around that and get your Allen rod in there. Get that in there nice and snug. I believe that's 1.1 inch. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now what we're going to do is after that hose been on for a few minutes, we're going to go inside and open up our slides. The reason we're going to open up our slides is we're going to want to get in to all the areas where our water is, our sinks, our showers, and turn the water on and get a nice steady flow of water going through them, and then you'll be all set. So let's come up in our unit here, come over here and open up this door to a bunch of control panel here. Go ahead and turn on some lights, and over here, we're going to hit out on slide out. Just going to start running everything out. Sounds like it's starting in your bedroom up there first. Yeah, I see the bed going out. So all these are on one big hydraulic slide, or control for your slides. Again, we're opening these up so we can get in here to our sinks, go up into the bathroom to shower, sink in the bathroom, open up your water lines, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water, then you're all set to camp. Get this last slide out and I'll show you what you do if we're going to go dry camping. We're not going to hook up at a campsite. We're going to go ahead and fill up our freshwater tank, which is right next to our city water. Let me get that slide out. You'll hear it kind of wind down. That means it's all the way out. Again, so you'll be all set to camp for city water. Now if we're going to go dry camping, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. There's no need for a water pressure regulator here. You can simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full is there's an overflow valve right there, or on the inside where you check the levels of your tank. Your freshwater button will be in there as well. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, put that cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked to the city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Continuing here in this docking station, I want to tell you about this little water section back here.
All right, when you go to winterize this camper, There's a couple of valves that you need to pay attention to. This is the hot side right here. So for normal operation, where you are going to run water into your water heater and through the rest of the coach, you want to take this valve and make it vertical. That will allow water to go into the water heater, and then you take this valve and close it all the way. So to bypass for winterization, you want to open this and close this. Again, for winterization, you want to open this valve all the way and close this valve. That way antifreeze won't go into the water heater. And then on the outside, if you look at this valve here, on the outside, you want that lever in the vertical position for winterization, and it will draw antifreeze through this hose here. Okay?
All right, so you are in normal operation in that. Up here's your propane. Lefty-loosey to open. Pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. Continuing down our off-camp side. Again, our hot water heater. This is a flue for your furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. You also sell bug guards you can put on those. There's a little area that's great for storing gloves and things that you're going to need when we're dumping our black and gray tanks here. Access to the back of your fridge. A vent for your hood vent for your range indoors. Come around the back. Again, our power. You got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Good to maintain your roof over the years. Also use slide seals here. Good to maintain these too. Is they've got a liquid that you can spray on these to keep them nice and pliable, flexible over the years, keep them from dry rotting. Get many more years out of this unit. There's your ladder, excuse me, your awning. These awnings are made for shade. Highly recommended to bring them in high winds or rain. Got low point drains right here. We'll talk about when leaving the campsite. Your couple of 110s out here. There's some hand cranks for overrides for your slides. And here's your hydraulic system. Door side, off door, and bed. The hydraulic level looks good in there. Up front, these are a couple of vents. Inside here is going to be where your batteries are at. Check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose going on the road. And then again, our landing gear. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Then your big storage area. You can plug in the TV out here. It looks like it's got the 110 and cable for that. Coming up in your unit, immediately to your left is going to be your fire extinguisher. Coming up on the wall, this is where it was prepped for a generator. If it ever had a generator, that's where you turn that on. A former solar boost that they had on this. Same thing with the Go Power Electric. None of those exist anymore on here. You do have your awning. On your awning, you only want to extend that out until you can see your silver bar. If I were to extend down, that would start running itself up backwards on itself. So keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Only run it out as far as you need to. It does run in rather quickly. Again, keep that pulled in rain or high winds. Let's see, we'll go again into our control panel. These are all porch security lights, kitchen and living room lights, your awning lights, a ceiling fan, which is right over there, and your water heater hooked to electric. Over here is where we'll check our levels. Just hit that test button. That'll show you fresh water empty, your gray waters, and your black tank. And over here is your battery levels. Here's where you turn on your water pump for getting your fresh water. And here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas. Over here if hooked to electric. Over here for gas. Up here in your domestic fridge, turn that on. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it'll switch to gas. Push that in to run off gas. If this light comes on over here, your gas is low. Usually just keep that on auto, and over here is where you turn that back on. Over here is where you change the levels 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. You have a self-explanatory microwave. Start. Oh, we're gonna start. Cooktop down here, we got a light and a fan. Take these, will stick lighter to light these up. Your oven does have a pilot. Oh no, it looks like top here. Turn that on. You will have to bleed these for gas. Get the gas running through your lines before starting that up. More lighting here. Your sofa. Chairs. That's how you want to turn those chairs for travel. Turn them sideways like that. Chairs. Your dining here. TV, fireplace. Let's go back up into the bedroom. A lot of our lighting is here. You got some closet doors. You want to have these snapped closed for travel. Same thing on these bathroom doors. You want to have these snapped closed, or excuse me, snapped open. In our bathroom here, we do have a 110 with GFCI reset. Keep an eye on your plumbing. You know, if you travel a lot in this and bounce it up and down the road, you want to make sure nothing wiggles loose over time. You have a power exhaust in your bathroom. You have to hand crank that open. Make sure you close that before leaving. Our door here, want to make sure that is secure for travel. Shut off our lights up here. Come here to our furnace. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Down here, furnace, there it is. There that goes. Shut that off. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Again, we want to make sure our chairs are turned here. I'm going to go in here and shut off my lighting, because then I can see all of the accent lighting I may have to go walk through and shut off myself. Then I can turn back on my living room kitchen lights and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. We're just going to hit slide in. Just going to start running these in. All three. It sounds like just like going out. Bed coming in first. Now we're off campsite. You see the importance to have those chairs turned. And now our campsite. You hear that wind down. Shut these off. So they got a hallway light to shut off. And we'll exit the unit. Bring our steps up. Now, doors on the lock here. Before you leave the campsite, lock, deadbolt, lift and turn this handle. That's how you want that to travel. Hop up underneath here and dump our low point drains. We'll hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be right in front of your tires. The handles are going to be in here. So we'll hook up our sewage hose. First thing we're going to pull is this handle here. Alright, we're going to pull that handle. And we're going to get in here and pull this handle. That wastewater, that's going to be your sewage. It sounds like that's no longer draining. Go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty, close that up and pull this gray tank number 1. That's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. You're going to be leaving this handle open here. When that gray is done, close that gray, and then if you look right up underneath the body, they've installed the other gray tank right here. So pull this second gray tank. When that's no longer draining, we're done camping for the season. Come up inside your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, that'll dump some hot water out of there. When that's done, push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. Close that gray tank up. Take your sewage hose and store it in a convenient and sanitary place and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Bighorn for many years to come. Happy camping.